Hello folks, welcome back to Motorcycle Masterclass and part 2 of a trip around Wiltshire where Neil and I test out some of their finest tarmac. It's my turn to lead and I want to do Neil a demonstration ride to concentrate on positioning, cornering and hopefully some overtakes if we can get them in. Come and join us as we leave Rawlwood and Bassett on our way down to Semmington. Okay, so just ease the speed back, they're just going to let these vehicles come through, so no problem. It's very strange what people do, isn't it? They've decided to let these vehicles through, but then they've driven into the narrow section. So if you're going to stop, you need to be stopping in the big wide bit, really, don't you? Right, so I think we are heading towards Cairn. I think that's the theory. So just a little bit of gentle braking for this vehicle turning off. And I can just move position in towards the near side, get up to speed. We're in the 30 limit here, so at 30. So I can see there's a huge wagon and a fairly narrow bit of road here, so let's think about where we're going to pass this vehicle. Plenty of room actually, isn't there? So speed limit is 50, but nice and steady as we come up. Look at all the marks on the road here, you can see that there's all sorts of stuff happens here. Watching the pedestrian then, so out towards the crown, then we can pick it up. Just move our position in for safety away from the oncoming traffic. As we come down towards the right hander, just moving in towards the near side and holding this position until I've got the new view. So the one thing I can see is the national speed limit applies signs. So as soon as we pass them, just bring speed up. Not too much. And put our position onto the crown of the road then as we come up round the left-hander, the road's bearing to the right, so just gradually start to straighten that course now in towards the near side. There's the signs here for the Golf Country Club, so just obviously looking at the entrance, making sure nothing's coming. I can just straighten away from that now. That was like 4 faults for a refusal to hunt in the road like that. That's like a blooming Gymkhana jump. And as we come up round the left, road bearing to the right, so again we'll just straighten the course out, hold this position till we've got the new view. There it is, road bears to the left. I just saw something around the corner which may be, oh, it's a big sign. Okay, I thought it might be a lorry. So as we come off the left then, just straighten our course. Oncoming vehicles, just hold position away from that, presents the vehicle to the white van behind the lorry so he can see us, lines us up nicely for the next right hand bend. I saw the brake lights coming on of that vehicle that's ahead of us because he went around the right hander, so I think it's just a little bit of confidence braking. There's obviously nothing here for him to brake for, so we could hold position out towards the crown and this long sweeping left hander. Give up position for safety with the oncoming vehicles, and then we can just gradually move back out, extend the view. So we'll be staying on the 3102 towards Cairn. Again, we've got some oncoming traffic. Nice dead straight piece of road. So you can see now that we've got these, how useful the sun can be. Nice shadows where it's on the left hand side here, so we're looking for lines of light to show you anywhere where there might be entrances. We've also got the telegraph poles to give you the line of the road, triangular warning signs. Watching the post van as he comes out this driveway here. And we're just going to start rolling speed down then. There's a 40 limit coming up, so just gradually bring the speed down. One of these roads are rough. Take a lower gear to match the speed. We have got following traffic down through here. Just checking the mirrors before I bring the vehicle across towards the near side. Now here's the lines of light. See where this driveway is? You get a nice line of light come across the road here. If anything comes down in those driveways, obviously you'll see the shadow very often before you'll see the vehicle. So just checking the mirrors then as we bring the speed down for the 30 limit. So we're geared to match the speed. And just positioned off the crown of the road just for safety as we come on this bend. So watching, there's a garage forecourt coming up. See one or two oncoming vehicles, and we are going left towards Calm. So good look across to the right. Road's completely clear, so we'll just have a more responsive gear. Remember, we're still in the 30 limit, so up to speed. Away from the parked vehicle. Road's bearing round to the left. I've got one vehicle following us. Looking ahead then, an oncoming car or van, rather, as the road bears round to the right. So I'm trying to keep this thing at 30, honestly. So what looks like someone made a joke of me calling this a dust cart, but yeah, a dust cart. So we want to present the vehicle now. Let's hold that vehicle there. You just sit tight there for a second and let us come through, because we don't want to be pinched there, 3 vehicles abreast coming past that lorry. So positioning, holds the oncoming vehicle. He's looking at where I'm positioned and thinking I can't fit through there, so he stops, which we can use to our advantage to keep ourselves nice and safe. So another mini roundabout then, we're going 12 o'clock. So we're just going to let the speed run down. Let's have a good look at it. Once I'm happy, yep, let's go. Straight to speed. Watching the big wagon now. Which way is he going? Looks like, I'd say from his position, he wants to go in our direction. Just watching my speed creeping up here. No one on the pedestrian crossing, and then you can see just ahead of us we're coming up to a 50 limit. So we've still got that one car behind Neil. So this is our chance to put a little bit of ground between us. I'm just going to wait till Neil comes past the 50 signs before I wind up too much. Make sure he can come with me. Straight to 50, and you see the gap we've now put between us and that white Mini back there. Nice safety margin for us. It's a bit of a cushion, isn't it? So I can just rest the engine. 50 miles an hour, we've got that nice safety margin behind us, and I can just smooth out the course down through these bends. Lovely wide open piece of road here. The surface isn't brilliant, is it, but the road itself nice. So not out to the crown because of the large vehicle. We're presenting the vehicle so the following cars on behind him, and also making sure that we've got a good wide berth away from him. Just watching the road surface there. So fairly rough sections of road along through here. So another speed limit coming up, which is a 40. So we'll just roll speed down. There's a name, isn't it? Go Taker. So again, we can just straighten the course. We've got this same lovely wide piece of road, 40 limit on it. So just winding the speed just down a couple of miles an hour. We'll have a gear to suit the speed, pick up the drive. Pedestrian in the road there cutting the hedge, so watching any oncoming vehicles, they may well come to our side of the road. As we come down towards the end of the 40 limit, see that it now changes to a 50. So I'm not going to go too mad, just make sure that Neil can stay with me, but that's another one of those chances that the white Mini caught us up going through the lower limits. It's just a good chance just to get away from them a little bit. It's just rolling down the speed, right hander on a down run. Okay, as soon as I've got the view, I can pick it up, straighten the course. I'm just going to wind the throttle down a little bit, picking up speed on the down run. Tucking in towards the near side then, and I can just straighten the course. No view through the trees, so not sure what's going on around the corner. Being out near the crown extends the view, lets me carry the speed, keep me up by the speed limit. Okay, so a little bit of gentle braking required for that one. No view, no warning it was coming up. So we've got another speed limit just ahead of us, which is back up to 50. So I'm just going to take a lower gear just to be a little bit responsive here. Again, I'm just going to wait for Neil rather than I'd accelerate now. Just power it, just let him make sure he can come with me. Away from the oncoming large vehicle then. The road bearing to the left. Nice bright sunshine, so you will get these lines of light coming through. Tuck in towards the near side for the right-hander. Oncoming vehicle, and just straighten the course slightly from the exit point of that one to the entry point for this one. Can't see anything over the hedge line, so I don't think there's any large vehicles coming. I couldn't see anything else either. Got the national speed limit signs coming up. So I'm just going to wait before I jump and make sure that Neil's with me. So quite a large vehicle coming towards us. We're just going to give up position for safety, enter the next bend a little bit in from where it probably would have been. Now I can just see a nice view, so straighten out coming down through here. Just come down to the right-hander, just straighten the course then as we come up. Got something going on here. Now react but don't overreact. There's something going on. There's one oncoming vehicle and then we're clear, so let's just take the lane, get out there, well away from it, and get past it and back to our own side of the road. No great shakes. I say react to stuff but don't overreact. Weigh it up, and then just obviously take the smoothest, straightest course you can. Right, so I think we're going around. Yeah, we're going to hang a right on the roundabout here, and we're looking for a place called Samington in a minute. So, time our arrival into the roundabout. Anybody coming all the way around that we need to give way to? Nope. Let's go then. Watching the black van. So straight back up to speed. Watching the two vehicles, one coming out, one going in. So we're just mid-lane between them, equalise the danger. So we can bring our speed back up to 50. Just gently bring the bike in towards the near side. So watching the lorries, there's another one there going across in front of us. Pedestrian crossing here, nobody at the crossing, so I'm not expecting them to change. Watching the silver car just the far side that may well try and come out through gaps in the traffic. So we'll just lower our speed slightly. Once we're clear, then we can pick it up back up to 50 again. So next roundabout, I think we're 12 o'clock here. So let's have a little look on the way in, and as soon as you've decided, then let's not hang about. Into the roundabout, out of the roundabout, back up to speed and gone. Once you're at these roundabouts and you can see that it's clear, I know we go in slow and come out quick, but if you on the way down, if you can see that it's clear, don't wait any longer. That's the time, make the decision that yes, it's clear, let's go and get cracking. I think we're 12 o'clock again. So same again, on the way in, there's a vehicle there, look, that dark car's got an indicator on, so he's coming around in front of us. As soon as he's clear, let's get going then. Don't want to be hanging around on roundabouts or junctions or anywhere where we're likely to come into conflict with other vehicles. So as soon as you can get out of there, then let's do it. Watching the white car then. making sure there's no traffic coming from the other direction, so they may be looking to come out, make sure they've seen us, we've got eye contact. So road's bearing round to the left then. Still a 50 limit, we've got Junction coming up on the near side. Watching the two vehicles in the middle of the road, so we're going to move away from them just in case they do start to move. Gives them a little bit more of a chance to brake, speed off in case they come out across in front of us. Right, we're going left apparently. I'm just looking in the mirrors just to see where Neil's taking me. So just rolling down the speed, then we're coming to a 30 limit on the outskirts of town. Looking behind the bus and just straighten the course now. So see that the sun's now changed across to our right. Look at the line of light here, look, there you go, that's what I keep talking about. Lines of light coming out of entrances. So we can see the pedestrian crossing. I can see one of the control boxes but not both yet, so if there's anyone on the right hand side I can't see them. Anybody there? Nope. So traffic stationary ahead of us. That's time our arrival then. Is it moving? Not yet, so that's nice and steady. Let's control the traffic down behind us. Still no sign of it moving, so prepare to stop. No rush. Good distance back from the car in front, and I leave Neil room so that he's got a view up my near side. So looking over the top of the car roofs, I can see that the traffic's just starting to move. Not a lot, it's only creeping forward here. Looks like it's starting to clear and move off now, so just get ourselves ready. Good look all around the bike. Into gear then, lifesaver. No rush, we're not going anywhere in a hurry for a minute, so nice and steady. Still control the vehicles down behind us. So we are 12 o'clock, so right hand lane, watching the vehicle across to my left, making sure that he gives way to us. Okay, so the temporary lights here have just gone to red. So again, let's just think about where we want to stop. Good distance back, the road is nice and wide, so even if a large vehicle comes the other way, it's not going to be a problem. I've left room for Neil to just tuck up on my near side behind me here. Good chance while you're stationary, have a good look at the instruments on the bike a minute, just make sure everything's as it should be. Have a good look around the bike, keep your eyes open when you're down in a situation like this. A lot can happen. You see it's four-way control, so we may be here for a minute or two, and there's a lot of opportunity for cyclists or anybody else just to come down and either try and slide down the outside or the near side of you. Whilst we're here then, as you can see, neutral. I've just got the front brake on, right foot down. Anything other than more than a momentary stop, get the bike out of gear and then just control it on the front brake. I'm just looking further down the road, just looking to see if I can pick up anything really actually in the reflections of the shop windows, but I can't see anything moving coming towards us right now. See the odd pedestrian mooching about down there. Looking in the mirrors, we've got a big queue of traffic on behind us. Okay, traffic's just starting to come through from the opposite direction now. Whilst we're here, I'm just going to do a quick camera check a minute. Make sure my camera is still recording. in, so it's very good of you. Thank you very much. Very kind of the young man in the car to wave us through. Probably a biker, I would think. If you've never been here before, Caen do a bike day every year. Very, very well attended. The place is absolutely jumping, packed out. So away from the roundabout then, straight up to 30. And as we come up to the mini roundabout, we're going 12 o'clock. Good look, make sure nothing's coming in from the right. Once we're happy, away we go. Right, Neil's telling me I've gone wrong here. My camera's decided to switch itself off here, so I'm going to use Neil's footage to carry on our journey down to the pub. Heading back down towards the roundabout then, we equalise the danger between the parked cars and the oncoming vehicles, particularly these vehicles on the left, which will have to reverse out onto the road, especially with a wagon of this size coming towards us. On my way down to it, I plan and time my arrival at the roundabout so that I get to the giveaway lines just as this car from the right's cleared and I don't have to stop. In the 30 limit, we get straight to speed and adopt a following position, which keeps us in touch with the traffic ahead of us. On the way down towards the roundabout, I'm having a good look to see if I can keep the bike moving and get straight through the roundabout and away. I get all my speed adjustments and gear changing done, and if you look at 1 o'clock, you can see there's nothing else coming into the roundabout, so we're straight into it, round as quickly as we can, and then away and straight back up to speed. Straight off the roundabout is this 50 limit, so we can power up. And at the end of the straight I can see the road bears to the right, so I'll take a course to the near side and then smoothly change out towards the crown for the next bend, which is a left-hander. I'm keeping my course smooth and I've got a good safe following distance behind that car. No overtaking yet because of the double white line system, but I'm keeping an eye out for the end of it because there may be the chance to overtake. In the meantime, the following position keeps me in touch and it gives me time to analyse the vehicle and the driver. Is he cautious on bends? How fast is he? Are we travelling at the speed limit? Due to the small size of our vehicles, it allows us to use all of the lane, and good observation and good positioning will let you carry speed and stay in touch with the car up ahead. That smooth flowing course from exit to entry gives you control, stability and safety, and even the elderly will notice it.
Very smooth that, wasn't it?
See? Told you. Here's a good demo for you, Neil. On the way up to right-hand bends, position towards the near side, and you hold that position until you've got view. Once I've got it, then I can move out to the crown of the road to line up for the next left-hander. Again, once I've got view, next bends to the right, so back into the near side, and on the way up to it, I'm holding that position until I've got view enough to move. So I hold this safe position until there. That's what I'm looking for. An Arctic coming the other way. If I'd straightened my course, I'd have to recourse for safety to move away from him. The position lets me see right down past him, see what's on behind him, and gives me plenty of time to decide what I want to do next and when it's safe for me to alter course. Once I've cleared him, that's my exit point, and I can see that it's safe for me now to alter course out to the crown of the road and line up for the left-hander. On the way up towards the crossroads and left-hand bend, I'm on the crown of the road until I see this vehicle. Then I give up position for safety and equalise the danger between him and the junction. Once I'm clear, I can just move my position back out towards the crown of the road and extend my view down towards the junction. The signs show me that the road layout's a T-junction and that it's only controlled by a give way. So if there's any chance of keeping the bike moving, that's what I'm going to aim to do. I want a nice steady controlled approach to the junction and ready to go straight out if it's clear. We come up behind this slow moving vehicle, so let's get up there, have a look and see if we can't take him. The get back in arrow shows me I'm coming up to a white line system, so I want to look for the end of that line system to then see if there's a chance to overtake. I need to make sure that every bend, particularly right-handers, I'm moving up from following to overtaking to see if that chance is there and to take advantage of it if it is. If not, I just drop back to following and then look for the next opportunity. The vehicle's controlling our speed, and I don't want following traffic to attempt a bad overtake on us out of frustration because of the low speed and putting us at risk. This safe following position doesn't pressurise the car driver, but it will allow me to make a safe overtake as soon as it's possible. There's what we've been waiting for, the end of the line system. We've got this lovely straight piece of road with the broken line in our favour, but unfortunately with the amount of oncoming traffic, the overtake's not possible. No problem, we drop back to following and look for the next opportunity.
And roadworks, quarter of a mile away.
Blimey, don't old people moan a lot. So because of the amount of traffic, the overtake wasn't on. Our speed is now gradually being run down as we come down to some roadworks with temporary lights. We're going to just gradually bring speed down and control down the traffic behind us. I want to stop a good distance back from the red car and with enough room to let Neil come down beside me. If we do hear that squeal of brakes from behind, we've got the grass verge as a run out and somewhere safe to go. We've only just cleared the traffic lights and you can see already the gap forming in front of the red car. The guy's a very slow driver, so as soon as the opportunity to overtake is there, we'll take it. Once we clear the far end of the roadworks, we've got this nice straight section of road with not much oncoming traffic, so we're game on. I've got to just clear a driveway first, so I move up from following to overtaking, and as soon as I can clear the driveway, out we go to the offside lane. A nice quick overtake, and you can see I'm a good distance away from him as I pass him. There's oncoming traffic a good distance off, and as I come back to the near side, they're seeing the side of the bike, so they know I'm on the way back in and that I don't pose any threat to them. On the way down to the roundabout then, I want to time my approach so I don't have to stop, but I'm also looking at the HGV and I don't want to be alongside him going round the roundabout in case he changes his mind and his lane. So I let him have the road for a second, and as soon as I'm sure on what he's doing and he's clear, then I can power up and go. On the way down to this roundabout, the early view shows me it's clear, so don't faff, get a gear and go. And here we are in the metropolis of Semmington, so I'm hoping the sat-nav's working and that Neil knows where the pub is. So I'm going to let him guide me in and then buy me some lunch. Can't be bad, can it? And this was our lunch stop, the Somerset Arms. Highly recommend it. It was an extremely nice place. They made us very welcome and the food was fantastic. And that's all for today. Stay tuned for part 3, which is some highlights of our ride home where we end up down near Thruxton.